Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. This is a quote by Chuck Knox. Always have a plan and believe in it. Nothing good happens by accident. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow down 80, NASDAQ off 7.5, S&P's down 950, gold contract down $5.20, traded at $1,199 an ounce. Silver down 11 cents at $16.27 an ounce. Platinum off 20 bucks at $1,152 an ounce. Copper down a penny and a half at $2.72 a pound. Light sweet crude up 32 cents at $51.97 a barrel. Bonds, we had the 10-year up 7.6, 129.01. That rejected lower price, had lighter volume, starts moving topside again. That wants to go to its January highs. 30-year rejected lower price, had lighter volume. That's trading 163.17. Also wants to go to higher price. Pretty amazing. The bond market, folks, rates, Fed might want to go up, but guess what? The market's saying they're going to go down. The 10-year right now is trading at 1.932. So if you're looking for a mortgage, go get it. Because will they get cheaper? Yeah, they very well can get cheaper. Rates, if they go after the high, but bottom line is that the rates are at a decent level right now. 30 years probably running about 3.85. King dollar. King dollar up 159 ticks, trading out at 99.75. What King dollar did out here, folks, today is this. King dollar rejected higher price, had lighter volume, right into the benchmark of March 18th. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Let's call, folks. I want to know what's going on in your world. Now, I'm going to change it up a little because I'm going to go to the world of the King dollar first out here today. Why? Because the King dollar, folks, the benchmark on King dollar is the benchmark on all the indices also. And that benchmark is March 18th. The high of King dollar, March 18th. This is where King, that was the first time that King dollar came down with juice. Highly volatile day. That's where the benchmarks are, and not only just King dollar, that's where they are in the indices. That's where they are in the metals market. It's all there. So what we had out here today is it was first King dollar who rejected higher price. King dollar traded up nice this morning, couldn't handle the higher price, had lighter volume. King dollar went to 100.27, which got over the 100.12, closed underneath it. We did 57,000 contracts versus 103,000. So you did half the amount of volume, couldn't handle the price. What that sets up is that, okay, now King dollar is going to go down and try to get into the lower end of the consolidation. You have the high volume spike at the 94.76. That was the ballistic move it made when the Fed came out with their statement removing patience. You know, we'll see how it comes off the high. Now, the information that King dollar is going to give out off this high is pretty cool. Because what it is this. If King dollar just comes down off the high and doesn't have volume, all that's saying is that, yeah, it can come right back up to this 100 area and build cause to try to take out the highs. If King dollar comes off this high and has volume, the probability is much higher that King dollar not only will get down to the swing point of 98, but then that will get into the 94 area, and we'll see whether we'll break it. The reason being is this. When King dollar came off its highs, it came off the highs with big volume. You come off the second high with big volume, that's a big heads up. That heads up would be, you have two different things. You have the extension on the way up with King dollar. It did an extension that's way too far, meaning a 1 to 2 ABC structure up. You came off the high with volume. You go back up with lighter volume. You come back up the high with volume again. You put that case together. That's saying turnaround in King dollar. Long-term turnaround, too, by the way. So, well, let's go over to the S&Ps. Let's take a look at the S&Ps. So if we look at the S&Ps, we're going to use the, let's see, I'll use the cash. I'll use the future first. Let's use the future. Really doesn't matter what one you use, but I'll start with the future. So the S&P futures out here today, what do? Futures get up into a price point of 2101.05. Can't handle the price. Has lighter volume. Closes at 2085, which is right at the lows of Friday. That's setting up that can't bust them up. We're going to try to bust them down. And the last time that we came down here, you know, there's some juice down at the bottom, but we actually came into those lows with slightly lighter volume than the last time we were down there. But what we do have is this, is that we're at 8.5. The next level, 8.1's an important level. The reason the 8.1's an important level, that brings you under the lows that were generated on December 29th, and then your next level there is about 6.0. I suspect it's going to crawl its way down there. You know, we'll see if we get an expansion of volume. You get an expansion of volume, it's going to open up that October 15th swing low. Now, what we do have out here today is harmony. Harmony in the aspect that the Qs also rejected higher price, had 17 million shares versus 47 million. So these are pretty intense rejections too, by the way. That's the number. What does that set up? That sets up the Qs now want to go down to 104.92. Well, we'll see whether we get the volume down at those levels. The IWM. What do we have with the IWM? IWM also. Now, what's cool about the IWM is this. So check this out. The IWM got into, I think it got over the high, actually. 1 second, hold it. It was the Qs that got into the high. 126.32. Yeah, it did. Okay, so this is the IWM is a classic, man. This is a classic because the IWM did tag the high. We tagged that high with 22 million shares. Oh, but look at this. Oh my God, this is hilarious. The high, the actual high at 32 had 17 million. The following day we did 30 million. We closed at 125.70. And so that also failed the 18th. I mean the 25th. That failed at the 25th also. So bottom line, that also is going to make a run down into the 26th. That one there is a tougher setup, meaning that, yeah, it got into that high, pulled back off that high, but if you're going to sell something, the sell would either be in the NDX or the SPY. We get into the gold market. We take a look at gold. So what do we have with gold? Gold, there she is. Gold market, folks. Well, here, I'm going to use the GLD in gold because you can, sure many is if you don't have futures, this GLD, you're going to have the GLD. Now, the GLD trades at 10% of the price of gold. We traded down 82 cents. You're at 115.14. We did volume out here today of 2.9 million. Now, the 2.9 million is coming into 7.3 million from the first. That's a nice setup. This is building cause in order to basically get up into this 125 area. We've had 2 or 3 nice signs of strength. We've had 2 good signs of strength. Bottom line, we'll see where this traction comes from. I suspect the traction will come from the dollar going south. That's the way that this seems to be set up right now. If we go take a look at the SLV, the SLV is the iShares Silver ETF. Now, the difference of the SLV and the futures contract is this. The SLV looks pretty good. You know, the SLV came off a low of 1475, runs up to 1657. You back down today with 3.8 million. That 3.8 million is going into 14.7. So, right now, gold is stronger than silver. But the way that we are backing down here, you know, silver's more volatile in a huge way. If gold is up 2%, silver's normally up 4.5%. Okay, so it is highly volatile. I'd love to see silver take off like ASAP, because the bottom line is that if silver takes off, gold's going to be right behind it. If we take a look at the XAU and the HUI, what you have both in the XAU and the HUI, they are also building cause for higher price. Both of them building cause to get over the March 6th downdraft. That March 6th downdraft was vicious inside those miners, but that's what they're building cause for. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. Stay right there, folks. Come right back. Dow right now is closed down 80, NASDAQ off 7, S&P's off 8.5. We're going to be right back.